The Weekly Ribbit.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Weekly Ribbit. Well, fall's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here on Friday, and out here in New Jersey, it's like 90 degrees. It's insane. This weather, all these hurricanes coming up, and you go outside in the morning, it doesn't feel like fall. Fall is actually here. It's coming. Towards the end of the week, it's going to get cool. And one of the things I've noticed, and maybe you have too, but a couple months ago I had some really cool bugs flying around my pond. There were dragonflies. They're beautiful. They're so cool. They follow each other around. They're just a beautiful, beautiful element to a pond that you have. You think of ponds, you think of dragonflies, frogs, fish, all that other stuff. But where did they go? What happened to them? Well, believe it or not, the majority of a dragonfly's life is spent in water. So, in your pond. They could be in your pond, they could be in your stream, your waterfall. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happens. So, in the summertime, you saw those dragonflies flying around. They actually only live for about 2 months. During that time span, they're breeding. So, their males are looking for the female to lay the eggs. The eggs are laid into the pond. And from that, those eggs, a nymph is born. And a nymph looks like a creature from that movie Aliens. It's ugly, very ugly. Here's a picture of one right here. So now these nymphs will live in your water up to 4 years. They'll live in your pond, in the rocks and crevices, eating algae, eating other stuff in the pond. And then when they're ready, they'll crawl up out of the water onto one of your plants, and they turn into a dragonfly. And then they have 2 months, roughly 2 months, to start to cycle over again. They lay the eggs, and then those dragonflies die. So even though your pond may be starting to go to sleep, the plants are starting to die back, the fish, well, right now they're not starting to slow down because it's so hot out, but your fish are going to start to go into their winter mood, the leaves are going to start to fall. Your pond is still producing something. Things are still living in your pond. This ecosystem that you've created is awesome. And those dragonflies that you're seeing flying around your pond are more than likely coming from your pond. So the next time you look out there and you see your pond and it doesn't look like anything happening, think of the dragonfly. You'll have those dragonflies maybe next year, maybe the year after. So that's this week's Weekly Ribbit. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about dragonflies. I thought it was really cool. And don't forget, if this is your pond, make sure you click the link below that says I saw my pond. You have 24 hours from 12 a.m. today to get that form in. And if you have questions or you want your pond to be featured on the Weekly Ribbit, please fill out the form, the Weekly Ribbit question submission form. Attach a picture, ask a question, we'd love to answer it. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful week, everyone.